Alright, YouTube, so the work on the G body is about to start. Just ignore this one. We're waiting for some parts so we can finish up the brakes on this one. But we're going to go ahead and start off by taking out the seats, dropping them off at the interior shop, and then get that started because we want to work on the interior first and then drive it around for a while with a 305 engine just for cruising, so we could fix anything before we do the LS swap. So for example, if we have issues with like the power steering system leaking, or any kind of suspension issues, or any kind of brake issues or anything like that, we could fix that before we do the LS swap, so that way we know that the issue was before the LS swap, not after, and it'll be easier to repair it. So we're gonna go ahead and fix everything that's wrong with it first and then do the LS swap. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these seats out first. Alright, so we got new carpet in. We're gonna take all this crap out, clean it up, put new carpet in, new door panels in, new dash, all new stuff in here for the interior. Get rid of all this old crap. Probably leave the stereo in the can do it. Keep going, here, almost there. Get that, now we got a 4-seater. Sweet baby Jesus.
Why don't you do like a E-seater?
4 rows. Huh. Good though. My manual labor. Should have changed the name to manual. Ándale, wait. Put it sideways. Alright guys, next stop is going to be the upholstery shop. We're going to convert or change these colors over to, I'm thinking gray for the center part, and then the outside is probably going to be like black vinyl, gray leather. Alright guys, the seats are dropped off at the upholstery shop. It should be done in about a week, so we're gonna come back and check them out, so stay tuned. All right, so the seats are gone. We're gonna go ahead and rip this carpet out, and then hopefully we don't find anything crazy like rust or anything like that. We're gonna rip this carpet out. We're gonna start working on the door panels as well, and as the parts come in, we'll start installing them. But first, let's get this carpet out of here. So one thing I do recommend, guys, is whenever you start taking stuff apart, make sure you what we call bag and tag. So basically put them in a bag. You get some like sandwich bags and just mark it with the black markers. So for example, any bolts that we take off here, we're gonna put them in a bag and then mark it like door sill bolts. But then anything else we take off, we're gonna mark them in a bag. For example, the nuts for the seats, we're gonna pull that off and then mark them and start ripping stuff off. Ho, ho, ho. Looks like this swap's already starting to pay itself off. Look at that. Money. 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 I'm rich, bitch. Alright guys, so we ordered this carpet from Summit Racing. Obviously not a sponsor, but just letting you guys know. And the original carpet had some padding, and it looks like this one does too. It's nice. So usually with a carpet, when you get a new one, you want to kind of like lay it out, and supposedly lay it out in the sun, and then let it like get back into shape. But this one, it's pretty decent. We'll see how it fits, but we'll probably lay it out, put it inside the house, and then once I get the installation, the dynomat, and I put it down, then I put the carpet in. Alright guys, so to pull these door panels off, you usually have you have like a little handle here. Obviously it's missing. The handle here, you have 2 screws that screw it down. So you take off those 2 Phillips screws, the handle slides, it hooks in here. So it'll slide forward and you can take it out. After that, there should be 2 bigger screws that go in here, also Phillips. That holds the door panel up against the frame. And so when you grab it here and open it, it pulls on these screws. Obviously that's not there. There's also a pull strap here that should have 2 big fat screws. There's like a little plate that covers it. You pop it off and then you take off the screws. And then you should be able to pull this whole door panel off. Now one thing guys too is you want to be careful of these wires here. You see that red one there? That means it has constant power. That one's probably has key on power. So you see how they're exposed. You want to be careful because you don't want to touch anything metal, especially if the battery's still hooked up. If you want to avoid that, unplug the negative of the battery and it doesn't matter what it touches, it won't arc. So let's go ahead and pull the door panel off. There's going to be a bunch of these clips in here that just pop in there. You just want to pop those out like that, and then this actually hooks on top. So you gotta, once you pop all of them off, then you're gonna slide this over here, but we gotta take off these switches first. Voila. Alright guys, a little progress done on the El Camino. You can see we stripped everything out. We cleaned out the bottom. Luckily there was no rust or anything, so that's a good sign. I put down all this dynomat kind of stuff. It's not dynomat, obviously it's some cheaper version, but I think this is the stuff you can save some money on, guys. I mean, obviously we're not going for performance or like that. Like we're not going to enter no kind of like stereo competition, freaking loudest, whatever. We're just going to put something down to make it quieter, and so it sounds a little bit better in here. So I got this stuff off Amazon. Honestly guys, just pick the cheapest stuff that's on there. It's not going to make a huge difference, like I said, unless you're doing like some kind of performance stuff. But we put that down all over the floor. I'm gonna put some on the back of the doors here, so that way it doesn't sound as hollow. Then I'll probably put some pieces right here, whatever I have left. And then I'll put the carpet down so I can see what it looks like. When you guys are putting this stuff down, make sure you guys pay attention to certain holes, like seatbelt holes. You want to make sure you don't cover those up. There's some other holes that you need to use for other stuff like clips and stuff, like right here, so don't cover those up. So just be aware of where everything goes. Obviously you're gonna put stuff over these bolts where the seat goes down, so just kind of be aware of what the holes are for and all that stuff. All right, so you can see the carpet is in. Obviously it's way too big. I'm not sure if they did this carpet for all the G bodies or it's El Camino specific, but you can see we have like a lot of gap in here, right? So the way we're gonna fix that is, obviously the first thing you want to do is center up the carpet, get it in as nice as you can, try to stuff it in some of the pockets and stuff. Once you do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start gluing it from the center back this way. Anytime you have something like this where it's like kind of like rolling up on itself like that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the backside and heat it up with a heat gun. Just heat it up so that way it's more pliable, and that way it won't crease up like this when I put it together. So I'll probably what you want to do is you're gonna put on that adhesive on the floor and on the back of this, and then when you're ready to glue it down, you can heat it up with the heat gun through the back, heat it up to the back, and then put it down and just push it down and then hold it. And then obviously you want to be aware of where your bolt holes go through and the seatbelt holes too. You want to mark those. There is some videos on YouTube that show you how to do the whole carpet installation. I'm not an interior guy, so I'm not going to go into specifics, but that's how I'm going to do it. So let's see how that comes out.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, so the work on the 87 El Camino continues. We got the carpet in. It's not the most professional job, but I'm going to take it to get these door panels fully adjusted. And then while it's there, I'm going to have them cut and trim the carpet so if it's perfect. But we just got in the seats. So let's check them out, guys. Hopefully nothing falls out in the back. Like I said, I think we're going to go with a gray-black look. So what do you guys think? Check it out. So we got the top part, all this seating area done in leather. The sides is all vinyl. Actually matches pretty good though. You can't even tell. But these are the seats. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in real quick and I'll show you a video. I'll show you what it looks like after it's installed. If you guys remember, these were all torn to crap. They put new foam in it and they look really, really good. So I'm excited. Let's see how they fit. Look at that, it looks pretty good, right? I think I like this color, the gray and the black. I'm gonna go ahead. I haven't put that one in yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace the seat belt since I'm in here. And since the seat's out over there, the seat's already out, we'll go ahead and replace that seat belt first. All right, guys, the seat belts are in, the carpet's in, the seats are in. What do you guys think? I think it's coming along nice. Now we're still gonna get stereo in here, put a couple speakers. I think we're gonna put one there. We had a little panel that goes there, so you could drop another speaker there. And then everything else we're gonna do in black. We're gonna get all. I think our interior guy could dye this stuff black because I think he did these seatbelts here. So all these other pieces, I think he dyed them black. The top, I think we're gonna go with a gray suede. And these, I'm not sure if we should do black or suede. Because I'm trying to do like a two-tone look. But we might just do suede up top in gray. This in gray, everything else in black. Gotta get rid of that steering wheel. I'm not really feeling it. And then the dash, I don't think he could fix the dash. So we're gonna have to get a whole new dash. The gauges, I think we're gonna keep for now. But after this, I'm gonna take it over to the upholstery shop. They're gonna finish installing the carpet because obviously I'm not a professional and I want it to look a lot better than this. And they're gonna cut it up and everything. They got their own little tricks that they do. So we'll probably leave it there for like about a week, get all that stuff done, and then when it comes back, I will give you guys an update. But till then, make sure you guys check out the other videos on my YouTube channel. And as always, if you guys got any suggestions or any comments, drop them down below. See you guys in the next video.